We x-rayed the entire university management system, did a very forensic work in terms of funds allocation and funds management, including the IGR. And we took time to inspect projects, both ongoing projects, completed projects, and abandoned projects, all in a bid to justify the resources being allocated by government to these universities. Apparently, there were areas of one or two disappointments in giving time to implement the approval given in the white paper by the visitor. And that is where the point starts, because if white papers approved by government are not implemented and another irritation is coming, then somebody somewhere might entertain some fear that whether the one that is done currently would also go along the same way. But not to say that the universities have not tried. In particular, in the University of Abuja, my rating was that from the approvals given to the university in the last visitation panel, they've implemented about 45% of that. And 45, of course, may not be a pass mark. Some may be beyond them, either as a result of funds not available to do that particular approval. But the story is the same. Everywhere you look, everywhere you ask in the universities that we went. In all, why did we go to this extent, in addition to the charge given to us during the inauguration and as guided also by the 11 terms of reference? The whole idea is to improve the quality of education and to justify government expenditure in these universities. Some of the universities did a lot in terms of IGR, but then at the same time, probably the steps were taken too far, to the extent that the IGR or the priority on IGR is trying to demean or is trying to affect quality. You may not exactly begin to face too much priority on IGR without looking at the quality of the degree that is coming out. If you are after bowling, then standard will be compromised. So these are some of the things, Honorable Minister, again, that came out in this report. When you fully study it, then you will find out. Here again, the issue of quality of leadership came. What were the leadership qualities in those periods? What was the council doing? Did the council actually start to its responsibilities by oversighting management? Did all the respective vice chancellors and their team actually exhibited that required leadership quality to be able to make the Nigerian people and the Nigerian government satisfied that the policies and programs of government in the universities are coming out exactly the way they are?
So I wish those of this visitation exercise, which essentially is to review the performance of the institutions in the areas of governance, standards, quality assurance, management of finances, the relationship between management on the one hand and staff and students on the other, the assessment of the condition of fiscal infrastructure and the quality of instruction as well as instructional facilities, and then advise government accordingly. The white paper that will be drawn from the recommendations of these reports will address the challenges thus identified. It is hoped to mitigate the incessant friction between staff unions of these institutions and government and result in the much desired industrial harmony. I want to assure the nation that government will give accelerated attention to the recommendations and the white paper that will be produced from these reports.